Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Would you please come and gather round? Before we cut this magnificent cake, Calvin and Susie have taken a wonderful decision, made a great decision to welcome baby Riley to the world with a special naming ceremony. For those that haven't met me yet, my name is Colin Johnson, and I'm incredibly pleased to be asked to be the official today as part of their naming ceremony. So welcome everyone, family and friends. Baby Riley is so loved and was so longed for many of you here were part of that journey, waiting for the much desired arrival of baby Riley. I know there's lots of love in the room right now, as it's taken a long time to get to this particular moment in a very long journey. Today we come together to celebrate the miracle of a new life, a beautiful baby boy, born on Christmas Eve at 6:20 p.m. at Newcastle Private Hospital in Ward 2A. What a Christmas present Riley was. He didn't arrive in wrapping paper with a huge big bow, but Calvin assures me that Riley was smiling as he looked up for the first time at his doting dad. Now, Monkey's there. Okay, Riley. So Riley's engaged as we go, and we name him officially today. Today's ceremony is officially to give Riley his name and make the name known to all his family and obviously his friends and friends of Susie and Calvin. Naming ceremonies have, I guess, extended purpose also of presenting the baby to his community and to celebrate the arrival of this lovely, beautiful new person in our community as a family. We all share the joy in Riley's arrival, just as we all share the responsibility of shaping him as a person in the years to come. Riley will need everyone's unique contribution, love, knowledge, and great wisdom as well. It says, we often hear the term, it takes a village to raise a child, and thanks for being part, everyone today, of Riley's incredibly vast village. Now it's time to formally welcome Riley with love as we bestow upon him his name. Riley Jacob Sterling. What a regal sounding name that is. Names are always incredibly important and have been down through the ages, as they distinguish us from others, and they also give us a great sense of belonging to family and our community. And surely this little fellow here will live the life of Riley. Riley's name is actually no surprise, because Susie had decided 10 years ago in discussion with Calvin, if they were ever to have a son, that he would be named Riley. And we can take it that Calvin, I guess, must have agreed at some point during that time, during that decade. The name Riley means valiant, brave, it means courageous, it means lion-hearted, and it also means bold and daring. And what a legacy that name is for little Riley. His second name, Jacob, is a family name. Riley's great-grandfather, on his mum's side, had the exact red hair and brown eyes that we now see in Riley. How appropriate that he should be named after him, Jacob. Sterling, well, that's a Scottish name, and it means literally to go forward or going forward. And our firm hope and our prayer for little Riley is that he'll be a man of courage, he'll be a man of family, and he'll be a man that goes forward and someone who looks forward to the life ahead. I would now like to invite Riley's beloved cousin Clint to come forward and read a very special poem by Dr. Seuss called Oh, the Places You'll Go. Let's put our hands together and make Clint welcome. Well done, Clint. You did a marvellous job of reading that lengthy poem, but I'm sure it was appreciated by everyone here today. And I know you read that from your heart for your little cousin, Riley. May I ask Riley's Uncle Sam, Uncle Tom, and Aunt Melanie to come up and join us on the couch, please. Now, Susie and Calvin have asked Sam, Tom, and Melanie to be Riley's guardians. This is an incredibly special role, and acknowledges the cherished role that these people will play in little Riley's life, and they desire for them to play a key part in his upbringing as he grows as well. Sam, Tom, and Melanie, will you stay close to Riley to the best of your ability? Will you help to guide him through life so that he may know the best way to go, and showering him with love and support and your great wisdom?
We will.
Thank you, Sam, Tom, and Melanie. You can go and join the rest of the family now. Because I'd like to speak specifically to Susie and to Calvin. You're holding the most precious gift in the world, a much longed for, very long awaited, and blessed, and a beautiful son, Riley. You are the caretakers of this incredibly little precious life. You are the ones who will watch this promised child grow and become a man. The journey will bring lots of joy, some sorrow, and many learning curves for both of you as well as Riley. But he will always be your son, and you will always be his mum and his dad. Calvin and Susie, Dad and Mum, do you promise to nurture and encourage Riley in all that he does? Do you promise to protect him at all costs while teaching him to be independent? Do you promise to teach him all that you know and all that he needs to know to be happy and to live a fulfilled life? Do you promise to be self-sacrificing and put his needs before your own? Do you promise to impart to him a moral compass which will guide him through all the situations in which he will find himself?
We will.
Good. Okay. Thank you. And may we always remember these incredible words that I want you to listen to as you open your heart and listen to and reflect upon being a mum and a dad, and also Riley as a son. Because these words say, if children live with criticism, they learn to condemn. If children live with hostility, they learn how to fight. If children learn with ridicule, they learn to be shy. If children live with shame, they learn to feel guilty. But if children live with tolerance, they learn to be patient. If children learn with encouragement, they learn to have great confidence. If children live with praise, they learn to appreciate. If children live with fairness, then they learn justice. If children live with security, they learn to have great faith. If children live with approval, they learn to like themselves. And if children live with love around them, they learn to give love to the world around them as well. Now, these words were penned by Dorothy Law Knott many years ago, but the truth still rings true today. Now I'm going to ask a question of everyone, and if you agree with this, would you please respond with a big hearty "I will" once I've made this statement. So, family and friends, you stand with Calvin and Susie as they seek to raise Riley well. And will you love and support Riley through all the changes and challenges of a life well lived?
I will.
Fantastic, good. Know that you're loved and supported. I'm going to pronounce a blessing over Riley now as we conclude our short naming ceremony. It's a prayer of gratitude for this precious little life. Now, if you agree with what I say, can I ask you to say amen at the end? God, thank you for this new little life. Please watch over Riley as he grows and in his manhood. May his lessons be learned the first time. May his joy be true and lifelong. May he enjoy good health, and may all his days be blessed, and may he live a long and fulfilling life.
Amen.
Good to hear. So on behalf of Calvin and Susie, I wish to thank you all for your attendance here this afternoon, for your gifts and for your great demonstrations of love and support to all of their family. And Riley's doting guardians will now release the balloons that will symbolise the new life and joy that Riley is bringing to all of his family.